Hello, this reading is going to be for Taurus. This is going to be from February the 21st to the 28th. This is going to be your weekly reading. We do have the span right there. I was just flipping the cards over and it came out, so actually I'm going to put it down here. So just be mindful that this is kind of the center of the reading. So what do we have for Capricorn for the 21st to the 28th? We have work. It says I'm now available to receive all who can benefit from my work. Use me to relieve suffering on the planet. May all who need me find me. The divine is my complete source for all prosperity and will provide. Wait a minute, that's another card. Gratitude. That's about being grateful. Patience. So just be mindful with work that you're making sure that you're doing something that can benefit others. It could be anything that you feel that you have the mindset to do, but that is beneficial for others. That's basically about doing something that's not all about the money, basically. It can be a little side thing you do. It doesn't have to be your main job. It can be something that you do on the side to be of service to others. Can we get anything else for Taurus for the 21st to the 28th? Can we get anything else for Taurus? I believe that's all. We have divine timing. Can we get one more card? Okay, there we go. We have perfectionism in reverse. So let's see how we're going to do this. Let's go to work. Well, no, let's go to perfectionism in reverse. It is our only reversal. This card did flip. I'm going to place it down here. We do have despair and oppression. So just be aware of that. Like, I'm going to say, even if you're in a good place or even if you're solid, you could be going through things as well. But if you have like a solid mindset and a good, strong heart, be mindful that there are other people around you, even in your neighborhood, at your workplace, who are actually going through despair and feel oppressed. And if it's you, I pray that you're able to come out of it. It is under gratitude and patience, so it's more of a thing where people remember, if you have a grateful heart, like, it's easy to get over not having enough. It's easy to get over because you're grateful for what you do have. It's like, I may not have enough, but I'm grateful for what I do have. So some of these things that people are dealing with is just a lack of having gratitude. That's why I feel like with the work you do, just remember to do things to help people. Sometimes it's as simple as reminding people to just be grateful. What's for perfectionism in reverse? Not saying that you have to do things for these people, but it's just the work you do, or you are like creating a platform or setting aside something that can help people come out of the funk. You know, people are just, they have just like a funk going on, not the actual smell, but just my mind is racing. It's like creating something that can take people away from beating themselves up mentally. What's for perfectionism? And it could be anything. That could be laughter. It doesn't have to be so serious. They could be making somebody laugh. They could be making somebody smile. They could be reminding people to be grateful. They could be telling people what you're grateful about. They could be you telling people your testimony or your story or things that you overcame. And that gives them the grace to feel like, okay, I probably can overcome this too. For perfectionism in reverse, we do have justice. So that's amazing. What is that about? So that's immediately after that, I'm feeling like things that weren't perfect in your life or things that weren't going together the way they should have been going together, I'm feeling like it's going to come into alliance, because just as all, on here it has the balance. So I feel like things are going to get balanced out that weren't balanced out before, that were not working to your advantage. What do we have for justice? Works. That's okay. We got work. We got work 2 times. So this is even in your workplace. If you were trying to get something off the ground and it wasn't um functioning right, or people weren't noticing you, or it just wasn't the time, because we do have divine timing right there. Maybe it just wasn't the time for it to be working yet. It is going to come into play and it is going to work out for you. But I feel like you're also going to be favorable in your work outlets. We have perfectionism in reverse. It's like you don't have, what's that song? Uh, I'm hearing it, but I can't get the words. Oh, you may not think that you're perfect. Your lips, your thighs, whatever, Johnny Gill. But girl, I'm telling you, you're perfect. And you ain't got to have your empty nails done. It's almost like and that song he said she doesn't have it all together because he already sees her as perfect. So with this, it's saying like you can let go of having to feel like you have to have everything lined up just right before you go out and do things, because it's almost a situation where you need to respond quickly than you think, and trying to put everything together is not going to help you. It's like I gotta get, when you get ready to go vacation, I gotta get my bag, I gotta get my clothes, gotta get the shoes to go with the fit, it's like almost like your plane is about to leave, and we don't have time to wait on you to accessorize because this is something that's serious. But it's going to bring about some justice, and it also has a Three of Pentacles, so it's going to bring about some income for you. But what's for divine timing so we can get more on this story? But that's why I say down here, you're not aware that this stuff is going on with these people, and it's almost like the work you do or the things that you, even if it's something on the side, those little things affect people. Even if it's maybe 20, 30, 40 people, those people still need to be affected by you. They still need to be impacted by you. And if you're trying to get everything situated, like it's gonna cost too much time. So for divine timing in reverse, we have the game master, we have luxury, we have completion. Luxury has just been coming up in the reverse. But that is manipulation. So it's almost like if this was upright, I'm feeling like it's done. Even though if it was upright, it'd be completed. But I'm feeling like this was never something that needed to be completed. It just needed to be done. So for this situation, it's like being done with manipulation. Even if it wasn't you, maybe people were manipulating your work or affecting how you do things. That's why you try to do things, get it perfect to where if I you're planning for the next step that anybody could try to take against you or anybody could do against you. You're trying to plan your moves just right, but you don't have to. At least during this week, it's like go ahead and go with the flow. We don't have that card out here. That's actually part of my dream oracle card, but it's actually like go with your gut feeling, because there's not going to be any manipulation around you, because the manipulation that was in your life, even if it wasn't in your life, it was connected to somebody else and it was affecting you. It's like that manipulation is done, because this is where I'm getting done. But also, if this was a guy, like he's pretty much done with manipulating you or doing things to you, because you do have justice. So for this entire reading, just remember there is justice, but it's regard, and it could be you get justice because you probably were working hard and people were not giving you your respect, because you may have been doing the best you could and people could have been screaming at you. I'm hearing like the military, they're like, no, go. The military are really hard on the what do you call them, the soldiers and things of that nature, because they want things just right and they try to build them up and give them the strength in their character. So it's like these people were really like trying to at first, but it's like now they understand that the way you work is decent and it's okay, and it actually needs to go that way. You know how some people are, what you say, I always left the center, but that's right where I belong. It's like you go a different way than other people expect you to go, but it still turns out right. And it's like them seeing it at first, they probably was like, no, this is not the way we do things, and they didn't want to accept that. But now they're realizing, oh, this is the way that the Taurus does it. Is this Taurus? This is the way that the Taurus does it, so we have to but it turns out good. Like some people, if they go do something opposite of what they're told, it doesn't turn out good. And even if through those turns, you're like, oh my gosh, I gotta do this. You may notice the mistake before other people do, and you fix it just right. So they never really know you made a mistake. They just know you did it opposite of what they told you. But they're saying you have justice for them. You don't have to worry about trying to be perfect because everything's okay. The manipulation that was surrounding you and your life and your lifetime is done. What do we have for? Let's go to work now. We have work twice. That's why I say it could be your actual job and your side job. So just be aware there could be two jobs that you have or two levels of income that's going to come into your life, or um, two different places wanting to hire you and bring you on, and there may be a decision you have to make. But it's like, make sure that you're doing something that benefits others. Okay, what's going to work? What do we have for work? Like, this is despair, inner oppression, just like sadness and mental conflict. People having mental conflict with themselves and sadness, you know. What I say, wherever the mind is at, the body will follow. We have the Hermit. So just be aware that people are watching you. This is my lurker card. So people are watching you. I don't read this as somebody going within. Sometimes I will if it's necessary, but most of the time this is my lurker. So for your work, people are watching you at work. This is people actually watching you. But that's why I say make sure that you're doing something that benefits others, and if anything inspires them, impacts them in a way that brings about some change for them, because people are watching you. Like I said, you might not think it's that many, even if you're not like on a social media platform. Heck, you could be working, you could be working at 7-Eleven, you could be working anywhere. People are watching you though, and they may just benefit from realizing that you like the work you do, or they're benefiting for you having a smile on your face at work. You just walk in the store or customer service and people are just smiling. You don't know what they're happy about. That makes you feel good. People could be coming in there sad. People could be coming in there, their head is somewhere else. When they get out of their vehicle and go in the places that they go, you don't know how they're feeling. You don't know. Some people are thinking about taking their life. Some people have lost people in their life. But you having a smile on your face, or you being nice and respectful to them at work, uplifts them. So just remember to do that. Or it could be that you are doing that and people are watching. But what are they watching for? Okay, what's for the Hermit? Yeah, that's why I said this futility is useless work. It's like people are watching you, but they realize that what you're doing is not useless. It's benefiting them. So if you don't know, just know that the work you're doing is benefiting people. Even like I said, even if it's just a smile on your face, you don't have to be a prophet. You don't have to be one of those people that can um have a lengthy conversation. You don't have to be a person who's a lecturer. You don't have to be a know-it-all. You can just smile at them, uplift them, make sure they're okay, make sure they got everything they need. And it's like that is doing something for these people that are watching you. It's not useless what you're doing. They also realize you being wherever you are working is not useless. Not somebody was like, dang, you here for a reason. They're realizing that wherever you are, you're there for a reason. It's impacting not only the people, but it could be the people that you work with, and also the people that just see your work. Um, So be mindful that people that you work with are watching you, and they realize that you're there for a reason. And we have the Six of Signs, which is my ideal card. These are people who think a certain way. You can't change it. But that's why I was saying you might have done things differently and they weren't really understanding. Now they realize that you doing the things you did that was not useless. It benefited you. The same people watching you are the people who had a mindset like, that's not the way we do things. And Taurus is over here doing whatever. And like I said, you may have made plenty of mistakes, but you were able to fix them before anybody can realize, or even if they realized it, you were able to fix it in a way that you didn't have to get nobody else to stop what they were doing to help you. You like, I'll figure out how I messed this up. Some people, like, you mess up and you're like, okay, I know how to fix it. It's like almost like you messed it up, don't know how you messed it up, and then sometimes don't even know how you fixed it, but it's like, oh my gosh, I fixed it, great, nobody don't have to, things like that. But it's like, it's not useless. So these people, they have an idea about whatever it is, and it could be mindful people are getting ideas from you, the way you work. They are using those ideas, but I don't feel like it's bad. I feel like they're just using it because they realize what you're doing in your work is not useless. They may have thought that it was useless. Like, why are you doing this? This is unnecessary. This is like extra work. And you're like, this makes sense. And it's like, oh, It does make sense. So they're going to take what you do at work, and it's going to become their new habit, their new idea of working. These are lurkers. This is their ideas that they're gaining are based off of the fact, based off of your work, because it's on the work card, and they know that it's not useless. But that's why you're getting justice in work, because people are, pretty much getting ideas from you and really not paying you for your ideas, but you're gonna get justice and you're gonna get some pay for that. Oh, that's like getting a bonus, or like I'm saying, you might even just get respect, you might get promoted or something like that. But what's for patience? Okay, for patience, we have the hacker in reverse. So there's somebody who's trying to gain information. So I feel like these people are not yeah, these people are not going to try to like just okay, because that's what I was saying. They could just be watching. So these people are going to like kind of be patient and try to learn from you rather than hurry up and try to steal your idea and try to benefit and make money off of it on their own. And I think these people realize that you were patient. You didn't try to go like I said, you may have made a mistake and figured it out on your own. You didn't try to go ask nobody to help you or try to do anything like that, because the hacker is somebody looking for ways to do things, and you probably was just like, hey, I done messed this up, I gotta fix what I messed up. And they're realizing that it's because of your patience, and it could be also be patient with other people because they're not as quick. They may not be as quick as you. Like this person is trying to figure something out, and they study day and night. These people don't really study that hard, or they're not as quick as you. So you might have to teach them, or they might learn from you. But you have to be patient and like take your time with them because their brain is not necessarily working like your brain is working. Of course. What's for gratitude? And I said that earlier with the oppression. So gratefulness is going to bring about the Ace of Cups. That's being emotionally fulfilled. That's why I was saying like these people might just feel good in your presence. Like not just benefiting from the work you do, but just feeling good in your presence. It's like somebody who, like I'm seeing, like somebody looking in front of somebody, I don't want to say perform, but somebody doing something awesome. The encore phase. Yeah, this is like encore. Can you do it again? Encore. That's the word. Where they want you to do it again. And they might want you to do it more than once because they don't have, somebody don't have something down pack in. It's like, dang, I don't get it. And they might not, I'm hearing they're scared. They're probably scared to tell you like, Taurus, I don't get it. And it's not that you're teaching them wrong. It's just their mind. They're in despair and they're locked up in their mind, so they can't necessarily just function on the level that you function on. Some people know how to function in chaos. They roll with the punches. And these people don't know how to do this. So it's like they want to ask you to help them or give them more, like the encore thing. But, they're afraid to do so. So just be patient whenever you're doing your work or whenever you're working with these people around. Just be patient with them because they're really admiring you and they're really learning from you. It's just they don't learn as fast as you. You could have figured it out in a day. You could have figured it out in 2 days. These people need like maybe 10, 12 days. Nothing wrong with that. It's just it takes longer for them to retain the information. Everybody's retaining it. It's not strong. So but then for gratitude, like I said, emotional fulfillment, that's what I said at the beginning. These people just need, some people think that they're going through, they think that what they're going through is going to take them out. Or when they're going through something, they forget if they just be grateful. It's simple as being grateful. They feel like they need a doctor. They feel like they need a lawyer. And it's like, you don't need it. Sometimes they don't need all those things. They just need to remember to be grateful. Like they say, never forget where you come from. So like it might be something where you're teaching people to be grateful, or even if you're not teaching them, they're looking at you like, wow, Taurus is walking around like nothing's going on. Like they may know of things that you've been through. They may have seen you go through things. It's like Taurus is still being strong. Taurus is still, it's like one of those things where like, okay, if Taurus can do it, then I can do it too. But they might need just a little assistance. What she say? Teach me, baby, teach me. All this learning here is by you. But just be mindful that these people do have oppression and despair, and that's why they're needing your assistance. I know for the last few readings I've been hearing like people, like the last reading was people want to kick it with you, and then the reading before that is like having the best of both worlds, like people being able to see you be pretty much entertaining And that's something that they're getting from you. They're getting some entertainment, but like I said, it's like the person who sees you and they want you to continue going. Like, encore, encore, can you go again? And Taurus, I don't know if you want to continuously do it, but it's something that people are inspired by. And it's something that people really are gaining insight from. It's, like I said, these people are changing their structure based on the structure you have. Even if they don't tell you, like, they're looking at you like, okay, Taurus got this lined up. You know, all the red over here, all the blue over here, all the yellow over here, opposed to them having yellow, blue, red. You know, it's like, okay, Taurus got this lined up, so we need to kind of do like and it makes it's just that it makes things smoother. It's not a thing where they're just trying to necessarily, they're just honoring you. You know what they say, imitation is the best form of flattery. They're just honoring you. They're not trying to do anything underhanded. They're honoring you, and you're helping. The way you move helps them realize, hey, I need to move a little bit more smoother. So what's the angel message for you? Father, pray that you understood that, Taurus. That's actually a good benefit. We have time to create. That's why I was saying, do something that benefits others. Even if you have your own day job, you have that special something about you that can benefit others. And like I said, it's not something that you need to practice. And not saying that you know, some people learn as they go, Taurus. They don't have to sit there and practice and study all day. It's like, I learn as I go. I'll pick up the pieces as I roll, and if I make a mistake, I'll go back and fix it. Some people can do that. I feel like, Taurus, you know, you're able to do that. At least for this week, you're going to be aware that you're able to do that, or you need to do that, because whatever it is that you have or that's on your life, these people are in despair and oppression. Like, if it was just oppression by itself, I would be like, okay, it's mental conflict. You can talk them off the ledge. But this is one of those things where you can't necessarily just talk them off the ledge. You probably have to go to them and get them off the ledge, because it's like there's no time to waste. These people can really benefit from you, because it's almost like they don't realize, like, they're driving themselves up a wall about something that's so it's gratitude here. This gratitude and emotional fulfillment. This is not like we got to go and get a whole bunch of screws and create this whole um whatever you gonna create with the screws. You don't need no screws, you don't need no tools, you don't need no light fixtures, you don't need none of that. You need to be damn grateful. And they are not aware of that. And this is not in a way that's to make them feel like they're less than, or make them feel like they're not. It's just one of those things where they're not aware of how real gratitude works. Gratitude is something that we have daily. It's a daily practice. It is its own religion to be grateful. It's a whole art to being grateful. It's something that stays with you forever. And it's something that can help these people become emotionally strong. Even if it's not like emotional fulfillment to you, these people are going to become emotionally strong. So now again, these people may not be emotionally strong. These are the people that if they start to cry and they break down, their life falls apart with their tears. And like for you, Taurus, it's like, I can cry, but I'm going to get up tomorrow. I can cry, but I'm going to still be able to function and manage. These people, if they break down, they can't manage anymore. It's like you can't get enough duct tape. You can't get enough um I'm sorry I'm using all those things, but I'm saying, you know, you get the stuff around the house to try to do it yourself type, you know, to do it yourself. These people can't do it themselves. This is not a DIY for them. So this is something that they need assistance with. Like, it's like after you assist them or show them the way that you do things, they'll understand the DIY. It's like, okay, Taurus, now I think I can do it myself. But for this week, like, you're gonna be aware that some people, it's like they can't get the duct tape on their own. They can't get the glue gun on their own. This is stuff they cannot do. You have, like I said, you can't talk them out of this one. You have to pretty much hold their hand. So I do hope that and I did tell you, you have to have patience. I was about to say, I would tell you be patient with them, but I forgot that card came out. So you do have to be patient with these people. You maybe even have to be patient with them admitting this to you, because some people see that as a flaw, to admit that they're a little weaker than the person next to them. That's not a flaw, because we need to know you're only as strong as your weakest link. So if the people next to you are weak, it's like, well, damn, I must not be that strong. So it's like you almost need to know this to strengthen these people. So it's like, okay, there are no weak links in my circle, because I have strengthened them. We have become strong together. So that's what I have for you, Taurus, I do love you, and I pray that you guys make it through this and be of good service and of good cheer. I do love you, and have an awesome week.